All right, what's up, everybody? Matt Modak here with OddsJam. We got another big slate of NBA games tonight as the regular season comes to a close. So what we're going to be doing in this video, how about hammering some NBA player props? I have 3 actual player props for you guys to lock in, as well as a dart throw that I absolutely love. And we can get right into it. So the first play that we're going to go ahead and lock in here is Russell Westbrook over 4.5 rebounds. This is at minus 110 odds at Fox Bet. So looking at this play and everything in general, when you're using the positive expected value page, is derived from these no vig odds that you see here. It's very, very important. And what's actually cool about the OddsJam EV page is you can filter specifically league, NBA, market player prop, and a bunch of positive expected value player props show up on the EV page. And again, the profitability is all derived from these no vig odds that you see here. So in this case, we see they're priced just below minus 118, and Fox Bet is offering Russell Westbrook rebounds all the way down at minus 110. So there's like an 8-cent gap between these two numbers, and that's where your profitability comes from. These no vig odds and the actual odds that you see in this column, they're pulled from the sharpest sports books in the world. That's why these no vig odds are so powerful, right? Basically, the way it works is OddsJam tested previous betting opportunities to determine what sportsbooks are consistently the best at pricing odds, then uses that information to set the market while also scanning lines from pretty much every major sportsbook, like thousands and thousands and millions of odds, trying to provide situations where you can get better odds than what the no vig line has it priced at, right? That's basically the definition of positive expected value betting. And the bigger the gap between these two numbers, the bigger the percent here on the far left. This percent calculates your percent of expected value. Can also be viewed as your percent edge or your profit margin on the bet as well. Regardless, this percent we see here at 3.27. All of those 3 things, it's kind of the same: edge, positive EV, profit margin. It's just however it makes the most sense for you. But, and this is a big old but, just because a play shows up on the EV page doesn't mean we just automatically hammer it without even thinking, right? Especially with player props. When I'm betting player props, what I like to do is, if you literally just click into a play, like where it's highlighted blue and you click the mouse, just compare the odds of the bet that you are placing to the rest of the sports books and where they price a play at. Basically trying to determine, okay, is the bet that I'm placing truly an outlier compared to the majority of sports books or not? If the answer is yes, then that means it's a good bet. If you're unsure or the answer is no, then avoid that bet. It's kind of as simple as that. And for this one, we locked it in minus 110. Look at the rest of the sports books. FanDuel is the closest book at minus 125, 15 cents higher. Then we got Bet Rivers at minus 127 and PointsBet at minus 130. And the rest of the books pretty decently above the minus 110. So yes, this is in fact an outlier compared to the majority of sports books. And to be honest with you, I absolutely love this play. This is probably the biggest regular season matchup we've had probably this year, and definitely the biggest one between the Lakers and the Clippers, because this is huge playoff implications, right, based on the seeding. Now, Russell Westbrook specifically obviously feels like he got slighted, aggressively so, by the Lakers, and there's nobody that takes stuff more personally than Russell Westbrook. So the fact that we can get him at only 5 or more rebounds at minus 110 odds feels like an absolute gift. So I love this play. It's my first play of the video. Russell Westbrook over 4.5 rebounds. And then I also tweeted this out, but my dart throw is Russell Westbrook to record a triple-double. Now, I locked it in at plus 2,000 on FanDuel. It has now been bet down to plus 1,700. PointsBet, unfortunately, has me heavily limited, so I really don't even bother with them. But if you can use PointsBet, I would recommend putting like a quarter of a unit on Russell Westbrook to record a triple-double. Just a small dart throw. But with Paul George out, Russell Westbrook has been playing heavier minutes, and you just know that he's going to be very, very fired up for this game. So I recommend, like I said, just a little dart throw on Russell Westbrook to record a triple-double, plus 2,500 at PointsBet, and just like compare the PointsBet number, right? It's such a huge outlier, as was the plus 2,000 at FanDuel. So first official player prop, Russell Westbrook over 4.5 rebounds, and then a dart throw on him to record a triple-double. Now, the second play that we locked in, Jalen Brunson over 2.5 made three-pointers, plus 155 odds at bet365. So this is another play that I think is really, really good. OddsJam perfect line pricing this at about plus 151 essentially. So 4 cents higher is where bet365 is offering it at plus 155. Another play that I do think has a lot of value that is a really good price, because just compare the same thing here. You literally do the same exercise for every positive expected value play. Plus 155 at bet365. We see DraftKings and Betway kind of close, 10 cents lower. BetMGM kind of close, 15 cents lower. Every other book, plus 130, plus 136, plus 135, plus 136, plus 125. A great, great price here at Bet365. Now, the Knicks pretty much have the 5th seed clinched up in the playoffs, but they still do need to win to make sure that they don't get caught. And the Pacers are not really playing much of anybody recently, and they don't have a great organized defense. They play with a fast pace, have a horrible defensive efficiency. I would guess that Brunson is going to throw up a ton of three-pointers. I mean, shoot a bunch of three-pointers, not actually throw up. He's going to get up, probably better way of phrasing that, a bunch of three-pointers. So the fact that we can get this all the way up at plus 155 odds, absolute plus 155 banger. Jalen Brunson over 2.5 made three-pointers. Last up, I found a play in the Bulls versus Bucks game, and we are locking in DeMar DeRozan to go under 28.5 points plus assists, plus 105 odds at Bet365. Now, yes, the Bulls are playing a little bit better, and you were not sure how motivated the Bucks are to play this game since they already have the 1 seed clinched up. But the Bucks still do have obviously a really, really good defense, probably the best defense in the NBA, if you just think about it from the players they have and the defensive style that they play. Obviously, very good defense. And the value here is incredible. Plus 105 at Bet365, which means that we're getting it for plus money, which means that the inherent win percentage for that is below 50% based on just the plus 105 odds. But look at where every other book prices it. The majority of sports books that price it, and we can take out Thrive, Underdog, and Prize Picks because they're DFS companies, so same implied odds for every single play. Majority of sportsbooks actually favor him going under. Like they have the under as the more expensive outcome. Look at FanDuel. The under is at minus 120. The over is at minus 106. The under is more expensive. That's FanDuel telling you that they think he's more likely to go under, so they're making it more expensive to buy. Caesars has the under at minus 125, over at minus 109, favoring the under, as does DraftKings, as does Betway. Now, PointsBet is the only book that doesn't, but they still have it as a 50-50 outcome. So even if we pretend that the win percentage of this specific play is 50%, that is still mathematically profitable for us because we got it at plus 105, which again, you don't need to hit 50% in order to be profitable. So really, no matter how you slice it, DeMar DeRozan going under 28.5 points, rebounds, assists is in fact a phenomenal play. Rounding out my third pick for this video, 4 if you include the Russell Westbrook dart throw, and that's going to be it. So I appreciate everybody watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Enjoy the NBA slate tonight, and have a good one.